What if the heir to a luxury empire secretly orchestrated a massive philanthropic surprise? Forget what you think you know about billionaires. Frederic Arnault just flipped the script on public giving in a way no one saw coming, and it's going to change how you view celebrity philanthropy forever. But what the world didn't expect was how this moment would eventually pull Lisa Manoband, the global superstar from Blackpink, into the heart of the conversation, turning her reaction into the emotional spark that reframed the entire narrative. Long before the public connected the dots, Lisa had already sensed the weight behind the project, and the way her quiet response would end up shaping the global perception of what a modern public figure can represent. It started quietly, the kind of silence that almost feels intentional. No press releases, no public teasers, no carefully staged photo ops. Just whispers of movement behind closed doors. While most people were busy watching the standard rhythm of luxury news, the campaigns, the events, the predictable announcements, something beneath the surface was shifting. And that shift would eventually collide with Lisa's world in a way she never saw coming. Frederic Arnault had been designing this project in the shadows for months, mapping it with the kind of precision usually reserved for product launches or museum-level creative rollouts. But this wasn't a brand initiative. It wasn't a partnership. It wasn't even tied to any LVMH entity. This was personal, intentional, a slow, quiet build of something that didn't seek applause but carried a level of meaning that would inevitably attract attention the moment it surfaced. And while he moved silently, something equally compelling was happening on Lisa's side, her schedule tightening, her travels increasing, her visibility spiking at a rate that made any moment involving her feel like a global spotlight waiting to ignite. The public didn't know it yet, but the emotional weight of this story would revolve less around Frederic Arnault's strategic move and more around how Lisa responded to it. She didn't plan to become part of this moment. She didn't expect to. But sometimes the world assigns a role you don't ask for, and the way she would carry it would become the anchor of the entire narrative. When the philanthropic initiative finally surfaced, just a faint outline, not even fully revealed, it instantly triggered curiosity. People asked, why the secrecy? Why now? Why so understated for someone whose world is built around global visibility? But the core of the conversation shifted the moment someone mentioned Lisa's name. It always does. Her presence has become shorthand for global cultural relevance. And when audiences learned she had reacted to the project, curiosity exploded. It didn't matter that she wasn't physically part of the launch. Her reaction was enough to create tension, anticipation, even emotional speculation. What most people don't understand is that Lisa Blackpink has a way of altering the momentum of a story without trying. The way she responds to anything, music, fashion, philanthropy, even the simplest moment, tends to set the emotional temperature for millions. That's not fame. That's influence. And when her reaction to Frederic Arnault's private philanthropic reveal quietly reached the public, soft, sincere, unexpectedly reflective, it shifted the whole atmosphere. In private, Lisa had encountered the news in a way no one recorded. No script, no cameras. Someone at a gathering mentioned the project to her, and she paused, not out of hesitation, but because she understood the gravity behind a move like that. People expected her to treat it like another headline, another luxury executive doing another polished act. But she didn't. She saw the intention. She recognized the sincerity. And that brief, thoughtful reaction, just a few words, almost whispered, became the spark that ignited the story emotionally. Suddenly, the narrative wasn't just, Frederic Arnault did something philanthropic. It became, why did Lisa react that way? What did she sense that the public didn't? What does this mean for the way celebrities interpret responsibility today? Audiences began dissecting her response like it was a cultural text, and in a strange way, it kind of was. Because Lisa has always moved with intuition. Never forced, never performative, and that intuition is exactly what gives her presence so much power. She doesn't validate. She reflects. She humanizes. And in a world where public figures often act like polished brands, her sincerity is rare enough to feel revolutionary. As the days passed, the philanthropic project expanded in detail. Quiet reports revealed it wasn't a small gesture. It wasn't a one-time donation. It was a structural initiative designed to support creative education, cultural development, and access for underrepresented youth, fields that align deeply with the values Lisa Blackpink herself has embraced throughout her career. Even when she chooses not to spotlight it publicly, this alignment created an unintended emotional bridge between her and Frederic Arnault's project, a bridge the public found irresistible. Marketing analysts began weighing in. They pointed out how Lisa's reaction amplified the project more than any strategic communication plan could have. Not because she endorsed it, she didn't. Not because she promoted it, she didn't. But because authenticity operates differently. When someone with her global resonance reacts sincerely, the public feels it. It becomes narrative energy, emotional currency, and that kind of currency travels faster than any PR strategy. Somewhere in the middle of the unfolding story, a small curiosity spike emerged. A rumor, not verified, not denied, suggested that Lisa Blackpink had known fragments of the project earlier than people realized. Not through Frederic Arnault directly, but through the creative networks they occasionally orbit. That mystery alone reignited interest, renewing tension without breaking the flow. People wanted to know how deeply intertwined their perspectives were, how much Lisa understood about the intention behind the initiative, and why her reaction carried so much unspoken weight. The full reveal. Not grand, not extravagant, not cinematic in the traditional luxury sense, but unusually human. The initiative's structure was clear, its purpose grounded, its execution practical, and in the world's reaction. One element stood out consistently: people referencing Lisa's earlier emotional response as the lens through which they now interpreted the project's sincerity. Her presence didn't overshadow the initiative. It illuminated it. She became the emotional interpreter for the public. The figure who gave them permission to feel differently about a story that could have easily been dismissed as another polished gesture from a wealthy heir. By the end of it all, the narrative wasn't really about the size of the philanthropic project or the wealth behind it. It was about intention, resonance, and the way authentic reactions, especially from someone like Lisa, can shift perception more powerfully than any corporate rollout ever could. Her involvement wasn't planned, but it became essential. She didn't ask for a role, but she became the center of the emotional frame. And because of her, the story gained a depth it wouldn't have had otherwise. By that point, something unexpected became clear. The moment didn't just elevate the project, it reframed both Frederic Arnault and Lisa Manoban in the public imagination. For Frederic Arnault, the quiet, almost hidden nature of his initiative revealed a side of leadership that people rarely get to see: strategic restraint paired with genuine intent. And for Lisa Blackpink, her presence, subtle, unforced, but undeniably powerful, created an emotional bridge between the cause and the global audience watching her every move. What surprised observers most was how naturally their energies aligned: his understated influence, her effortless authenticity. Together, they turned a simple philanthropic gesture into a cultural signal, a reminder that when purpose meets credibility, the impact reaches far beyond headlines. If moments like this inspire you, moments where influence blends with sincerity, where public figures shape stories not through spectacle but through authenticity, then stay close. There are more narratives unfolding, more layers to uncover, and more moments where the unexpected becomes the catalyst for something meaningful. If you want to follow these journeys as they evolve, feel free to subscribe, share, revisit, or turn on notifications anytime. This space is here to bring you deeper, closer, and always ahead of the next chapter.